Hey everyone, this is Nicole here with CellBotics, and this is
I'm Michelle, the computer trainer, and we're going to talk about fixing it all and the 5 things you need to know to open up your own business.
so we just wanted to address 5 things that you would need to do to make sure that you can open your business successfully. We'll touch a little bit on our courses, but this is really just for people looking to open a business, okay? So the 5 things, we're just going to list them one by one, and then we'll kind of elaborate on each topic. So number 1 would be training, education, good school. I feel like personally that is number 1. No matter if you're going to some sort of event where someone is speaking that has done what you're looking to do, a course like ours where it's 8 days long, the Device Masters course, or even if you're going to college in a 4-year degree or whatever, I feel like the education that goes along with whatever you're trying to get into is really important.
Absolutely. And then let's talk about having a mentor, because that's also important, because a lot of times you need somebody to bounce things off of, especially when you're having challenges. And that's part of having those 5 things that you need to start your business with.
Now, mentors are hard to find, right? How many people do you know that are doing very successful in the fields you want to be in, and then you just say, can you help me for free? Can you answer all my questions at any time and walk me like a baby through my business? Mentors can be very difficult to find, and we know that, so we're not unrealistic. I see a lot of videos on YouTube with people say, get yourself a mentor, and I'm just like, from where? Where? If you have no one around you, most people that we meet don't even have people around them that are self-employed. Their whole family are workers. They come from a worker's mindset, and they're stepping outside of their comfort zone, which also I think is a big part of being able to open a business. But and they have no mentors for that specific field, whether it be real estate, repair, like we do, computer repair, cell phone repair, opening a hair salon, buying a franchise. They just don't have anyone that they know that does it. And then if they do, they can't ask them to do that, to mentor them, or they just don't feel comfortable, or the person is not really actually there as much as you need it.
Absolutely.
And I feel like our course, we cover that. So if you did decide to get into the repair industry and open some sort of repair business, we are your mentors. So you're able to contact us anytime, really. You can contact us online, by phone. Michelle's met many people locally and gone and helped them in different cities. When I'm traveling, especially during the summer, I'll stop and see some of my students. I've had students that we've gone out to their shops, whatever state they're in, and gone and visited them and helped them with some issues that they were having. But then mentoring over the phone is just a lifelong thing. You can ask any of our grads that. I mean, you literally can go to our Facebook page and talk to our graduates there, and every single one of them will tell you that we are there for them after class if they have questions. Everything from hiring, opening another location, opening your first location. There's just so much, and we would become your mentors with our program.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but no matter what industry you're going into, there is a little information I wanted to give you. So there is a website called Micro Mentor that you can actually sign up for and find a mentor. So give you that little bit tip there, and I feel like that is a really good resource, and we give that in our business course, and we kind of walk everyone through how to maneuver through that website and get a really good mentor. Okay. Number 3,
you need tools. Everybody, if you're going to be a technician, or if you're opening your own business, depending on what it is, you still need the tools.
Yeah.
Whether that's book resources or actual hands-on tools, you need tools, and good tools. And the one thing about coming to us and having our class in our 8-day master, we give you tools so you're ready to go to work. You're ready to open your business.
Yeah, you get a lot of tools in our 8-day masters course. I mean, people are just blown away by how much stuff they leave with, on part from this one right here. She likes to give out a lot of stuff with class.
Well, the one thing I've noticed, and this is why I give out a lot of tools. When I was in the industry, a gentleman came and he was supposed to be working. He used to be a manager. And he came to my site without tools. So I called our manager and I was like, how is this guy coming to my site without tools? I'm not going to let him use my tools.
Yeah.
But because there's so many things you work on, workstations, laptops, desktops, servers, printer maintenance, you need tools, and you need all kinds of tools. We go over disaster recovery, how to get data. You need tools for that.
Yeah.
And without tools, you won't be successful. And you can't leave our program without being successful. We're not having it.
Yeah, we're not having that. We do give tools out on the cell phone part of it too. So tools specifically designed for cell phones, but ours are very tiny. So people leave with a bag, but there's like a ton of tools in there, but they're so small that they all just kind of through the bag. So Michelle's stuff is very big. So you leave and you're like, oh gosh, I got all this stuff. And with us, you've got this little bag, but it's the equivalent to it, if you can think of it that way. But any business that you're looking to open, you need tools, whether it be a hair salon, you need chairs, you need dryers, you need brushes, whether it be a franchise that you're buying into. Now you're going to buy a bunch of tools with those, right? Equipment, cash registers, glass displays, right? We're talking everything. So no matter if you're going to be an electrician, a plumber, whatever you decide to open your business in, you're going to need tools. Yeah, and investigate that. Because I'm going to tell you, in our industry, there's a lot of places that offer tools that we can give it to you. We're to get them at a fraction of the price. And people will I don't want to say take advantage, because I feel like that's not a good word. I wouldn't feel comfortable saying that.
Well, they're gonna up the overhead.
They're gonna up the overhead because you're new.
Absolutely.
And they may be very good at SEO, and they may be very good at you being able to find them online. So you go to your first search and you find tools for, oh gosh, look at this $3,000 packet of tools that I need, or equipment that I need to open this business, and you kind of just fizzle out from there. You're like, oh, I can't do that. Look around, and do your research, and really just keep looking and looking and looking and looking, because I'm going to tell you, there are many different places to get an economical start into your business. Aside from your training, I feel like your education part is where you're going to invest the most in. I think tools, depending on if you're opening a restaurant or something, would be second. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fourth would be goals. So setting your goals. Now, I'm going to say I'm a big believer in vision boards. I'm a big follower of just, you create your own reality and you make life what you think it's going to be. So for me, this is a big one. Gosh, almost every day I write down my goals over and over again, and sometimes they change, sometimes they don't. And I'm always thinking about my goals, and no matter what someone may say, oh, this is crazy, I can't believe you're going to do this, I have the goals in my head, and I feel like that's real important. What about you?
Well, for me, not only do I have goals, but I have a list of things I'd like to accomplish before I go on to my next life. Because I'm a breast cancer survivor, so all the days I get are very precious.
Yeah.
So I have a list of 22 things I want to do before I go to heaven.
Yeah.
But it's still goals, and I still have them written down.
There you go. So there's two different takes on it, but I feel like goals are very important. And people always say, oh, make realistic ones. I get that. You can make some realistic ones that you can achieve. But I'm going to tell you from experience, if you shoot higher than what's realistic, even if you fall a little short,
shoot for the sun and reach the stars, darling.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm all on board with, make realistic small goals, right? So you may start out with, well, this week I've got to do these 2 goals, right? This 6 months, I've got to do this goal. And this year, I've got to do this goal. And then if you kind of work the goals back, and then have longer term ones, mine go up to 5 years. Year retirement. My goals are way far out, right? Which I'm sure yours are too. And then you also can work it backwards. You can say, well, my year goal, I can break that out into months, break that out into weeks.
Absolutely.
And it becomes much more obtainable. There was a Grant Cardone I was watching, and he said, if you want to earn $1 million, and you say over how many years, and you break that down to the hourly rate, he said you'll refigure your amount. You'll change that to 10 million, because $1 million just wouldn't be enough.
Absolutely.
Then you're like, what? That's like $50 a day. It was some ridiculously low number when he calculated it per hour that someone had to make that amount of money. And he said, see, your goal isn't high enough. And he was talking to his salespeople about bringing that up to 10 million within a certain number of years and really challenging themselves. And so I think goals are a really big thing, and not letting anyone get in the way of those goals. I wouldn't even tell anyone. I would just keep this to myself. I'm talking friends and family. Of course, customers, you're going to have to be out there talking to them about what you're doing. But I mean, your goals. I wouldn't go to my family and sit them down and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Well, everybody's not going to share your vision. And the one thing about it being your vision, it's yours. Mm-hmm. And so to work on your vision successfully, you don't want a negative influence. Mm-hmm. That's why we don't entertain or engage our family in our vision, because they don't have the same vision and they can't see what we see as far as our future is concerned.
Yeah, and another thing that I find is that they in some cases, they just love you so much that they feel like you stepping outside of that comfort zone may hurt you. They don't want to see you fail. But then at the same time, you never can succeed if you never try at failing.
Well, that's the only way to learn. Even here in class, when we teach, there's some things that are going to be challenging.
Yeah.
But those are the instances that you're learning the most.
I talk about this in class a lot, perception. So it's perception based. My students will sit in front of me, and if you're watching this video, you came to us, you're probably laughing right now because I say this all week. Someone will ask me, is that hard, Nicole? And I'll say, well, to who? To you? Yeah. To me? No. I could do it in my sleep. Was it hard to me? Yes. It was in the past, right? Not anymore. So the time when you hit a wall and you feel like it's a struggle, you just got to overcome it, and then that struggle becomes, that was nothing, you know? And if you're not challenging yourself, then anybody would be doing it. I always say if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it. And then it wouldn't be even valuable at all. If being a doctor wasn't challenging, then we'd have everybody on the corners call themselves doctors, you know?
Absolutely.
If owning a business that makes $10,000 or $20,000 a month was easy, everybody on the corners would be doing it, you know? So there is a little bit of challenge there in meeting your goals, but you just got to keep going, and don't even give people the opportunity to pollute your mind.
Absolutely.
That pollution is really hard for you to filter out. They're like a little mosquito in the back of your ear. When you're thinking, I'm going to do this, all of a sudden you hear granny or sister coming up in the back of your ear. Oops, can you really do that? Is that feasible? You're going to lose your pension. You're not going to be, how are you going to retire? Blah, blah, blah. How are you going to pay for health insurance? I mean, I've heard it all. Just don't. Keep it to yourself. Make a plan. Execute it. And when you're doing your thing, let them see that you reached your goals by seeing you live the life that.
Absolutely. Walk the walk.
Walk the walk, and then be like, well, I want the life you have. People say that all the time. They'll tell me, I want the life you have. You're so lucky. And I say, don't curse me like that. You know?
Exactly.
Don't you call me lucky.
No luck here.
I didn't roll some dice and win at a blackjack game. You know what I mean?
No. Hard work,
persistence, and not letting people get to me. I had a little personal, but a few years ago we actually had a break-in at CellBotics, which was not good, and I had people that love me very much were that saying, just stay with repair, just do your stores. And I said, no, I love this. I love helping people. I get to see people. I mean, just yesterday, I got a call from one of my students. He's 6 months out of class. He's opening a store. 2 days before that, our student up in Tariq, he's just a month out of class as of this video being made. He's opening his store in Queens, and he wanted us to do the website and stuff for him, which we're going to talk about at the end of this video. But I didn't let that, even though that comment from my family member came from love to just stay with what I know, I knew that wasn't something I wanted to do. Okay, so goals and not letting anybody get in the way of those goals. Okay, and visualizing them and making sure you're talking about them to yourself as much as you can.
All right, let's talk about the fifth topic, and that is the knowledge to gain customers. Because what we see a lot of times is, okay, I can fix it, but how do I get customers to come to my place?
Yeah, so I talk about this a lot in the beginning of the Device Masters course that we give, because I feel like a light goes off in people's heads where they say, well, I've learned the information, I'm opening my business, but some people, they don't actually consider, well, how do I get the customers? I feel like I open this business, people will come. And that's not always true, right? So say you open a business that's retail in a shopping center, you have signs. Yeah, you may get some traffic that way, right? But you still need to think about, how am I getting these people to me? And like I always talk about with my students is, you're going to burn through those friends and family. You're going to burn through people that you tell in your town. You need to be able to bring people that don't know anything about you or what you do, okay? And so we actually teach you that in our course. Now, if you're not coming to our course and you just stumbled across this video because you're opening a business, some things that I definitely would look into would be anything YouTube or Udemy that would give you any information on SEO, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Snapchat for business. If you are, and I know a lot of people, you probably just cringe like, oh, Snapchat. Where are the youth?
That's what they're doing. They're social media.
That's social media. Yeah.
That's how you're going to reach them.
Are you trying? I always tell my customers, are you opening a business for 5 years or 15 years? 5 years, you don't need Snapchat. 15 years, you need Snapchat, because it's just like Facebook. Facebook integrated with us when we were young and on MySpace, right? And businesses would be on there, and they grew with it. And we are all at this age on Facebook, but the youth are leaving Facebook for Instagram and Snapchat. So how do you integrate into their life to become a household name if you're not where they are?
That's correct.
And so I know it's painful, but you've got to take the time to learn those things. We do teach you how to do that in our class. We have workbooks and sheets that we give you that you can take home and kind of follow the steps and try to make it as easy as possible. Of course, you can work with us afterwards. But you need to find out how to reach customers in the industry you're going into. If you're opening a restaurant, you might be looking at Yelp. If you're opening a hair salon, you might be looking at some sort of Google AdWords where people pay per click. All I do know is any industry that you go into, you need a website. And many people that come to our course, they haven't thought of that. We get many people that want to work mobile. Now, we do get tons of people that open shops, like physical shops, like right out of class. We even get people that own franchises that
come to us
$500,000
to get the training.
franchise, and they have to come to us to get training. So that we give you, that's a whole other conversation. But they're owning stores, right? But we do get people that come and they want to do mobile because everybody's about freedom now, and we get that. I love my freedom.
I do too.
I do mobile repair, and I have stores, and I love doing mobile because it gives me the ability to work when I want, where I want, and my overhead is lower, right?
Absolutely.
But you still have to be able to be found online. And it's what I tell people, I'm like, I know you're mobile, but how, if somebody's driving down the road and they look for cell phone repair or computer repair, are they going to find you? And it's just like, bing, oh wow, I can't just pass out flyers. Flyers still work. Now, I'm not going to down flyer. I do flyers all the time.
Absolutely.
And we have some other techniques that we're going to give you that I've never seen anybody else do in any other industry, except for our grads when they leave. But we're going to give you some other really amazing and cute, unique ways to get customers.
Absolutely.
But online is very important. So in our program, we also have a feature after classes where we can help you build a website. So we actually do that for you. We can help you set up Google AdWords. We can even manage your Google AdWords for you. We have a lot of feature and business services that you can take advantage of after class. Now, usually they're a paid service, but it's at a very discounted rate.
Because you took our course.
That's right, because you took our course. If you just come to us directly, we still do it, but it's at a higher premium because you didn't take our course, right? So I feel like you've got to inform yourself. You've got to know, how do you get the customers? Don't let that be a disconnect. Too many businesses open and just expect people to walk in because you have a sign on the door.
And that doesn't happen.
Online is so important. SEO, search engine optimization, is so important. Some people, you'll see YouTube videos where they say it's dead. Don't listen to those people. Don't listen to those people. Google is king. I was watching a TED Talk, right? I don't know about Michelle. I barely watch regular TV.
I do not.
Yeah.
Don't have time.
I don't even have, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even have internet or cable at my house.
Okay. Well, I have internet at my house because I have to do my business.
I have Verizon, and I have a really high-end plan that I pay for, and I use my hotspot for everything. Okay. But I don't watch TV. When I'm at home, I'm either working or watching something that's giving me information. So I was watching a TED Talk, and they had this little pie graph about where people are searching for things. Google was 94%. The rest was everything else. Bing, YouTube, Yahoo, Ask, Amazon. All in this little tiny sliver in this huge pie chart. rest of it was Google. So you've got to be able to rank, and we're going to be making some more videos to kind of talk about that, you know, the more business side of it. But even if you don't watch our videos and you're opening a business, please make it a point to find out how to even get your customers. Don't open your business without even understanding how you get customers.
Absolutely.
And a question that I like to give people that hire us for consulting, because we do get hired for consulting, shops, factories, big, huge operations, small guys, corporations, all hire us. They'll hire me and Michelle, CellBotics, to come in and analyze why they're failing at certain numbers, why their income isn't higher,
what their SLA metrics are.
Exactly. And so one of the things I like to ask them is to kind of blow their mind is, what work are you not getting? So, you know, I'm not going to elaborate on that because that's a part of our consulting. But if I asked you, what customers are you not getting? Could you tell me? We can teach you. That's what we teach you. We teach you how to know what customers you're not getting, so then you can make the changes to get them.
Absolutely.
So I hope you've enjoyed these 5 topics that we've talked about. Thank you for watching this far. No matter what business you're opening, we wish you the best. And if you plan to open a repair business, we definitely think that our Device Master course would be
where
perfect
you need
for
to be.
Exactly. All right, well, take care.
Bye now.